Hey guys, welcome back to another episode of Tea Talk 2.0. Hey, 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 hey. As always, I'm your hostess with the mostest, Jessica, aka Tina. And of course, like every episode, we're going to start with our drink of the day, which is going to be boring today because I'm trying to hurry and record while Sunny is napping. So we have our good old Diet Coke again today. Here's the thing though, when I drink these, I take like 2 sips out of them and then I put them back in the fridge. Like I never finish a whole bottle. It's very rare that I do finish a whole bottle in one sitting. So this is like, I started this bottle yesterday. So anyway, cheers. I tried to get some ASMR, but honestly, I almost choked trying to drink that and do that. So sorry. Anyway, how's it going, everybody? How's everybody's week's been? This past week has been really great. Lots of movement in my body. I started doing the truck order at work. When product comes in, I start putting it on the shelves and stuff. And that stuff has been whooping my ass, dog. Like, it's constant movement in my body. And you would think that, like, with me going to the gym and exercising regularly, that it would be something easy for me. But no, last week it whooped my ass. But I like it. I like doing it because it's very time consuming. So the time goes by a lot faster at work and it's different. It's nice to kind of get away from like being a face in the store, communicating with customers and stuff. I like doing like stuff in the back. It's just like a nice little break. And so I've been doing that. I was really excited last week because I went from having 5 girls come to my Zumba class pretty regularly to 10 girls in like a span of 2 days. And that was super, super exciting for me. I was really, really happy and thankful and just overwhelmed with it. And that's kind of like what I want to talk about today is just like kind of like my fitness journey and kind of share with you guys like what got me started and like to where I am now. I have always been very, very active. I've always been in sports. I've always done things outside of school with my family. We used to go out to the ball fields and play softball all the time when I was really young. So just have always been very active. In high school, I did cheerleading, I did basketball, I did softball, volleyball, and in junior high, I did track, so I ran, and I've played soccer in my younger years. But yeah, so I've just always like done all the things. And I feel like I'm a natural athlete. So if you like teach me how to play a sport or like do it, I can kind of catch on pretty well. Not to say that like I'm an expert at anything, but I can catch on to things pretty well. And so have always been active growing up. And when I got out of high school, I continued to play the women's league volleyball team. I still do that to this day. And I also have always played co-ed softball. So those are 2 things that I have continued into my adult life. As far as like working out and weights and things like that, I never really did much of weightlifting and things in high school. And if you've listened to previous episode, I talked about my insecurity with weightlifting and like muscles and things like that before. So that was just not something that I did, and I figured I worked out enough through sports that I didn't really need to do any of that. So getting out of high school, I did play softball briefly, just preseason, with EAC, and those were some of the best workouts that I've ever had. I was in like the best shape of my life, I think, back when I was doing that. And that was like a little pre-introduction to weightlifting and like a regular exercise program, if you will. They were just really, really useful and helpful and really pushed me and my abilities like I hadn't done before. Um, let's see. I think I signed up with my first gym membership probably when I was like 18 or 19, and it was Physique. Physique Fitness is a local gym in my area, and it is an all women's gym. So she opened her gym about like 11 years ago, and I think that is when I got my membership there, was when they opened it up. So that was a very appealing thing to me, was there being an all women's gym, me being a young woman, not really knowing what I'm doing in the gym. And so that aspect really grabbed me. And so I signed up, didn't really know what I was doing. Every time I think I went into the gym, all I did was run on a treadmill because that's all I knew how to do was run. Um, and I would look up these little like workout things on Pinterest, and they'd show like pictures of the workouts and stuff. And that's all fine and dandy, but like I'm more of like a visual learner. And so I've now learned that watching videos and watching other people do it really is more helpful and beneficial in weightlifting for me, rather than just looking at a piece of paper and like I don't know the names of exercises or anything like that. Like still don't. Like I'm just like, okay, yeah, I'm doing this one, and this one. Don't know the names of them at all. So if you don't know the names of workouts and exercises, that's fine. I'm in the same boat as you. So anyway, got my membership. Like I said, didn't know what I was doing, so I just do like treadmill runs. I used to go running all the time early in the mornings when I was younger. I loved waking up in the morning and going for like a 3 mile run and starting my day that way. That's something that I definitely wish I could get back into, but slowly but surely, I think just being able to do that right now is because I have kids to consider and I can't just dilly dally and get up in the morning and leave them. But I think during the summertime, I think me and Sunny are going to spend a lot of time outdoors, and we're going to get up and go running and things like that. So I'm excited for that. Um, let's see. I fast forward a little bit. Um, I remember that I was prepping to go to Demi Lovato concert, and I wanted to be in good shape because I wanted to look good. Like I got pit tickets, so I wanted to look good if Demi Lovato saw me. And so I started going to the gym, and you can look back at my Instagram highlights on my personal page, and you can see I have a bubble highlighted as fitness, and it goes back to date. I think that was like 2018. And so that's kind of where I started like incorporating more weights and just like little stuff here and there. I don't think I ever made it past like 5 pound weights at that time. But again, did a little bit of weight exercises that I would get off of Pinterest, and then I would run. That's really all I did. And I called it Sweating for Demi 2018, I think, something like that. And it was just me prepping to go to her concert. Um, but yeah, I don't know. And then I kind of fell off. I just didn't have like the time or the energy or really any motivation to be going anytime after that. It wasn't until 2019 that I started getting back into the gym again. And I think what I first started going to first was Zumba classes. So, backtrack a little bit here. The summer before my freshman year of high school, there was a place in town, and I can't remember what the name of it right now is, but they did like CrossFit and stuff at that place, but they also did Zumba classes. And so my aunt actually used to go to Zumba classes there, and she invited me to go with her one time. And so I went, and I fell in love with it. I fell in love with Zumba and the dances and the songs and the choreography, the energy, everything like that. And so I went with her a few times during that summer, and then just got busy with like volleyball camps and just camps and sports and stuff like that. So that was when I was first introduced to Zumba, my very, very first introduction to it. I couldn't even tell you who the instructor was. I'm pretty sure, not 100%, I'm pretty sure that it was Maria Couts that was teaching over there, and those are the classes that we went to. I don't remember, but they were great. I loved them. There are still some songs that I wish I knew the choreography to so I could bring them into my classes. But now back, fast forward, 2019, I don't know what got into me, but I decided to start going back to the gym. I think it was because I heard that Crystal had moved over to physique to teach classes. And I knew Crystal really well because of, family. And so I was like, I'm going to go check this out and see how it is. And again, I just fell in love with the movement and everything about it. I love everything about Zumba. It's like so great. And so started going to classes regularly there. And then I slowly started dipping into other classes. I've done Ripped at Physique and I've done Pound at Physique. And they don't have those classes anymore. But I did Ripped with Tammy and Heather, and I did Pound with Tammy and Heather also. Those were great workouts. Ripped was amazing. Like I've never like incorporated weights the way that they did before. And so it was really nice to just learn different ways to move my body and kind of push myself. Like they really, really pushed me when it came to that class. So it was a really great experience. And then I think around that same time is when I had a friend that I was going to the gym with, and she was helping me kind of with weights and things like that. The gym at that point became kind of like a safe haven for me, kind of my go-to place because around that same time was the time that I was going through my divorce. And so I was having such a hard time with everything outside just in like day-to-day life. And so the gym became the place that I went to kind of blow off steam. I also went to the bars a lot though, so I'll get into that in another episode. But yeah, the gym was really like a place for me to go and to escape and just kind of be around a community of people who were supportive and, had the same goals and ambitions as you. And I met a wonderful community through Zumba at Physique Fitness. And it is what made me eventually want to become a Zumba instructor myself. I can't say anything bad about the gym. I still go to that gym actually, and I still lift there. It actually is a place where I still feel very comfortable going and lifting. I'm comfortable with the machines because when I was going to work out there with my friend Natalie, she taught me how to use the machines and she taught me like how to do sets and like things like that. And so that's just somewhere where I'm very comfortable doing my weightlifting. That's me, that's a personal thing. And, I don't have anything bad to say about that gym. I love Margot. She's incredible. I think what she has brought to the Gila Valley with this gym is incredible. And I'm excited for her to, continue adding to it and just growing. I think it's a wonderful place to meet people who are going to help you and support you and motivate you and help you, especially if it's like the beginning of your fitness journey. And so, like I said, that's where I fell in love with Zumba and where I fell in love with the idea of becoming an instructor. And at the time, I did have a very supportive group of women who encouraged me to do that, to get my certification, to become an instructor, and really helped me kind of break out of my bubble a little bit because I had a place and I had support when I started teaching classes there. It wasn't just me getting pushed out of the nest. It was like a gradual thing that I got to do and to learn. And so I eventually started teaching one night a week there, my own classes. and it was fun. And um, I really always put my heart and soul into picking the music that I do. I go off what my body is capable of doing and moving and grooving to. And so if I feel like if I am into the songs and I love them and I know them, then I'm going to be able to give 100% effort to anyone taking my classes. A playlist is very, very important to me. The music in the playlist is very, very important to me. If there's songs that I don't vibe with or I don't like, I'm not going to use them, because if I don't enjoy them, I don't think other people would either. And so a rocking playlist has always been important to me. Being able to have the dances memorized is also very important to me. I've always had like a second guessing of when I'm doing old dances and things like that. And so when I was at Physique and I was teaching classes there, there was always somebody there that would like help me out with the moves if I forget things, you know. And now that I'm teaching, you know, by myself, it's up to me to remember the moves to the dances. So, yeah, just remembering choreography, having a good playlist, like those are things that are very important to me as an instructor. Unfortunately, I went through some things with the people in that community, and those classes became a place where I no longer felt like I was welcome. And I felt like I was kind of outcasted a little bit for not agreeing or participating with things that I just didn't agree with outside of, you know, the gym. Because we had all become like a very tight knit group of people, and everybody knew that. We were like the Zumba group, right? And just some things happened between me and another person in the group. It had nothing to do with anybody else, but of course, it became everybody's problem. And I decided to, instead of continue arguing and fighting and defending myself for no reason, I decided to take a step back and just remove myself from the group outside of the gym. Well, because of doing that, I felt like it really tarnished my relationships inside the gym. And again, like I said, I felt like I was no longer welcome. I felt uncomfortable. I remember getting so much anxiety from being in class one time that I left in the middle of a class. And that is something that I've never done before. And once I started feeling that way, I was just like, I don't want to have to stop going to the gym. I don't want to have to stop doing something that has brought me so much joy for many years. And I don't think it's fair that I have to. So I think I kind of just started getting the wheels going in my brain about like what other places in town offer fitness classes and where I could like throw myself in. Um, Luckily, I don't like to say I know a lot of people, but I know a lot of people in town. You know, it's a small town and I do a lot of things, and I've worked in customer service and I've worked at the bank, I play softball, like I do all these things. So I do know a lot of people. Luckily for me, I've played softball with the owner of another gym in town, and I just reached out to her. I said, "Hey, um I just want you to know that like I am a certified Zumba instructor, and if you guys are ever interested, I would love to bring Zumba to your gyms and, you know, start teaching there potentially." And I think hearing back right away was my sign that that was like the right thing to do at the time, because they were very interested in having more classes. And so, you know, they jumped on that opportunity right away. And so I started prepping and I started, you know, like getting ready to announce that I was going to start teaching classes at a new location. It was really, really scary because I didn't want people to say bad things, and I didn't want people to think that I was ungrateful or that I was mad at the gym. Um, because that's not what it was. Because, like I said, I still go to physique, I still love working out there. It's like a bright environment, it's very welcoming, and I really love it. I've met some amazing women through that gym, and I'll always be incredibly grateful for the opportunity that Margot gave me to teach at her gym. But like all things in life, sometimes it's just a chapter and it's not going to be your whole story. Physique and teaching classes at Physique was a chapter in my story that I'm so grateful for the opportunity. Again, for the women that I've met through these classes and the support that they gave me when I needed it. And I didn't leave because I hate that gym or I hate the owner. I left that space because it no longer felt like the space that I told people it was in the beginning. I have always tried to encourage people to come to Zumba and to get their bodies moving and to, join this awesome community. And I felt like a hypocrite if I were to continue saying to join that place where it wasn't even a place that I felt welcome at anymore. And so I decided that I was going to bring Zumba to a new location. And what I wanted to do there was always, always, always let people know that it was a no judgment zone. We are here to work out, we are here to exercise, we are here to get our bodies moving, and we're here to ultimately leave feeling better than we did when we got here. I know that Zumba and fitness has always been so good to me. And I think it's incredible what it can do for you and your body if you stay consistent with it. And also not to be embarrassed about, you know, what size you are or what dancing background you come from. At the end of the day, we're all here to have a good time and work out to the best of our abilities. And I was scared. I was so scared to do this on my own because, in my head, all of the people that did Zumba are already doing it at Physique, and so I was scared that I was going to start this journey and that I wasn't going to have anybody show up to my classes. Like, I didn't want people to have to like pick and choose one or the other. And I was scared that that's kind of what it was going to look like. I was scared that people were going to talk and say that I was trying to poach, and that's not the case whatsoever. I just wanted to teach and I wanted to dance and I wanted to have a good time. And so when people started coming to my classes more regularly last year, I was so excited, and I was so excited to start a following there. And I was really, really sad when my knee just decided to really give out last year, and I finally had to call it what it was, and I had to put a hold on my classes so I could get knee surgery and stuff. And then after I got knee surgery, I was scared that I wouldn't be able to teach 100% the way that I'd always been before. Um, but I still had people asking when I was going to start teaching again. And so the more that people asked me about it, the more I was like, I don't know, like maybe, the thought was there. But I was just kind of scared to get back into it. Well, then Kelly finally texted me and asked me when I was ready to start teaching classes again. And I was just like, I'm going to take that as my sign, as the opportunity to get back into it. And I did. I started teaching classes again at the beginning of October last year. And I knew going into it that it was going to be really hard to get my following back simply because it was the last 3 months of the year. I am very aware that it's such a busy season for everybody, and not really a lot of people are prioritizing their fitness goals at this time. It was so much easier to do it and start it at the beginning of January when everybody's like New Year, new me, New Year's resolutions, and so being really proactive in the gym where, October, November, December is such a busy season that like people aren't going to prioritize going to the gym and classes and things like that. And that's fine. What I always told people was that I never got offended when people weren't showing up to my class. I never got offended that like I wasn't seeing the results that I wanted right off the bat because I knew that it was going to take time to get back into it, to get people in there that were in there before, and I just needed to be patient. So I did share a little bit of that experience the other day whenever I had those 10 people show up to my class. And it was just that through those last 3 months, I would show up to the gym. I would show up for the time that I said I was going to have class. And sometimes there would be nobody. Nobody would show up. But I stayed and I danced. And I danced for an hour. And I practiced new songs. And I practiced old songs. And I practiced just my whole set list. And I worked on things that I wanted to work on as an instructor. I kind of got over the fear of my knee like cracking in half in the middle of a dance, so that was good. So I was consistent and persistent. I posted about my classes every single day, every single week, and I just really like put the word out there about myself. I got on TikTok and I posted dance videos to kind of show what you would get into if you came to my classes. I really put myself out there. And again, I was persistent, consistent, and all of the things. And it really paid off because now I've got a decent amount of people coming to my class. I wish I could have like 30 people come to my class. So I have a really small classroom right now, but 10 people feels like a million to me. Like it's incredible. Um, Especially the energy that everyone brings to my class. I feel like I have a good group of people that come and we laugh and we talk to each other and we have a good time. And that's what I want. I just want people to have a place to go to at the end of their day. And I want them to feel the same way that I felt when I first started going to the gym and I had long, hard days. I want it to be a place where people can come and just get that frustration and any anxiety that they're going through. And I just want them to be able to forget about it, if only for an hour that we're playing good music and we're surrounded by people that are dancing and having a good time. Like, I feel like that's what it's about. And so I have come a long way as an instructor as well. I feel like teaching by myself in my own class really gave me the boost that I needed to be better. Because now people are dependent on me to bring that energy 100% of the time, where I can't just like lean on somebody to help me out with it or depend on somebody else. And also like it really helps me and my fitness goals because I'm going through a whole set in an hour without, without the break, without like it just that's why like the set list and the playlist is so important to me as well, because like if I set myself up for music that's going to keep me going and moving, then I'll be able to do it the whole hour, no problem. So I make it realistic for what I'm capable of doing as an instructor, and I think that's really important as well. I'm really thankful and grateful for the ladies that have attended my classes, for the people who share my posts, who engage in my content. It really means the world to me. I put a lot of effort into, you know, my social media content and making videos when I can. Um, I have a lot of ideas for the future. I'm working on some things in the background, but for now, I'm just so thankful that I have been able to even now start teaching at a new location and possibly adding more classes throughout the week. It's really really an overwhelming feeling to be able to do what I love and share that with people. And if I'm able to help one person reach their goals, or, just be more confident, or even make new friends, like building a community, like those things are so important to me. And if that's something that I can do as an instructor, as a fitness instructor, then I am doing what I want to do. Like I said, I have a lot of ideas when it comes to what to do in the future. Right now, I'm really just focused on the now. That is kind of what this year is kind of leaning a lot more towards. It's just kind of being here in the present. I'm not trying to overwhelm myself with what comes next. I'm just kind of taking it day by day. And it's been great. Again, I'm thankful for the opportunities that have been shown to me, for the people who support me, and also for my fitness journey as well, because I have a lot more confidence, and I feel like if I can help other people gain their confidence, if I'm at the beginning of their fitness journey story, then how amazing is that? Ugh, I love that. Um, but yeah, so if you guys are local to the Gila Valley, I'm going to shamelessly plug myself now. If you're local to the Gila Valley, I teach Zumba classes every Monday and Wednesday night at JD3 Fitness Safford location at 6:30 p.m. We Zumba for an hour. And also, I am currently teaching Friday mornings at 5:30 a.m. at Gila Valley Cheer. And again, we do it for an hour. It's a good way to start the day. If you are that person that is trying to get your 10,000 steps in for the day, come to Zumba, because morning Zumba, I never leave with less than 6,000 steps in the morning. And that's all before 7 a.m. So if you really got some goals, if you want to get your body moving, if you want to just go and just meet new friends, like come to my classes. We have such a good time. I know there's other places in the Gila Valley too that offer Zumba classes as well. Again, Physique offers Zumba classes Monday through Thursday, I think at 5:30 p.m. every day. And Strive Fitness also offers Zumba classes now. I think right now they're doing Mondays and Wednesdays at 5:30 p.m. You can go follow their Instagram. They're really good about updating their classes and times and things like that. Um, and I'm sharing with you all of the times for different classes because I'm not trying to compete with anybody. I think Zumba is a great way to work out and get your body moving, get your steps in. It's so much fun. I want everyone to be able to have the opportunity to do it at some point. So that's why I'm trying to share with you all of the places that it's available right now. And I would love for you to join my classes, but if it's not something that fits in your time frame and your budget, or you have a gym membership elsewhere, I'm letting you know other places where it's available as well. Because we're not gatekeeping this year. I want everybody to enjoy all the things that I enjoy, and Zumba is a big piece of my heart. Being a Zumba instructor is a big piece of my heart. And so if you're attending any Zumba classes, like, it makes my heart full, and I'm so happy that you get the opportunity to experience it at least once. Check out your local gyms. If you're a part of a gym, check to see if they have any classes available. Group fitness classes are a really good way to get you going too if you're new to the fitness, if you're new to a fitness journey. It kind of like, they give you what you need to know, you know? Um, Physique has a lot of great, they have like kickboxing, spin classes, high fitness. High fitness is another one that's really good. My friend Carolyn also teaches high fitness classes at JD3 Safford location and also 8th Street. She has an Instagram. You can go check her out. I'll try to link all of the pages that I'm talking about and all the gyms that offer classes, especially, tailored to women, because I know that the gym can be intimidating and scary, and especially if it's like new to you. So I want to help out as many people as I can this year and getting them going on their fitness journey, because I've had so many people do that to me and help me with that. Um, Also, before I forget, my good friend Emily Hart also teaches so many classes. I I did an interview with her back during my first season, and so you can go check that out. She talks a lot about fitness and just all of the things. She's so knowledgeable, and she's so she has so many certificates in a lot of things. And so if you have any questions about fitness or your health, she is like one of my go-to people for that. So that's Emily Hart. She does Zumba classes as well in Morenci, and she does all kinds of things. Like, she is so busy. But she's great too. So I'll make sure to, tag her in my video as well, in the comments and the description. And yeah, I don't think I have anything else. Just keep moving, keep grooving. It's still the beginning of a new year. If you guys have any fitness goals that you're trying to get to, write them down. Keep track of your goals. If you're someone like me, I love to like bullet journal. And so I like to see progress that way by filling in charts and like things like that. Writing it down really helps me see the progress. Take progress photos also. It's not all about the scale. And if you're not seeing progress, on the scale, it doesn't mean that you're not making progress. I promise you that if you take weekly photos, even monthly photos, you're going to see a difference if you are staying consistent and really like making it a habit to be active. I have really been doing the most by trying to remember not to jump on the scale all the time rather than just kind of take a look at the outside. I've lost a lot of size on my waist, and like I can notice that my arms are getting like more muscular, and so that is like the real win for me. Those are my goals, my personal goals. But I promise you guys, taking before and after pictures is not cringy, it's not weird. It is actually the best way to see what progress you're actually making with your fitness goals. And if you have any questions, or if you feel like you need some inspiration or just like help and motivation to get into the gym or to start working out, let me know. Also, if you have any tips or tricks on getting motivated and to staying consistent, please leave comments, help each other out. Let's make sure that like the fitness community is somewhere safe and it's not anywhere where people go to be judged. We want to make it a safe and welcoming environment, especially for new people. So, with that, I am going to go get ready because I am actually going to a Zumba class at Physique Fitness tonight. And yeah, we're just gonna get our bodies moving again. And like I said, if you guys can uplift each other and help each other out, I think that's what makes fitness amazing, and especially group fitness. And if you have any questions about like my fitness journey or what I do and how I stay consistent and keep myself disciplined, please reach out. Ask me all the things. I'm an open book. I'd love to share that with you. But that is all the tea that I have today about me and my fitness journey. As always, this podcast is available anywhere that you can listen to podcasts, and the video version is also available on YouTube. Remember to like and subscribe. Follow me on Facebook and Instagram for updates and fun things. And I will talk to you guys next time. Bye.